Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Cutlery. Hey, 22 veterans a day in this country take their own lives. Vets, we love you. You have a place here. We back to blue over here with Sport Leo. How do you do that, Scab? Well, you don't break the damn law. Finally, if you're an addict, never quit quitting. So, guys, this is part 2 of our little series. There's going to be one more video tomorrow. But here's the deal. Over the past day since we've left there, I got to thinking about it, and I realized in shooting this video, I shot it more in a style I do my knife or my demonstration videos, okay? So, first thing we're going to do next trip is learn how to use a GoPro. We're going to combine it with some of this footage, and from there, we're going to see how that comes out. So, we got some shots of the campsite. You just seen Joseph with his fish. I put that in there. The thing is this, guys. I wanted to get plenty of shots of like the river and just kind of where we're at. And I think next time that's where a GoPro will help us out. This is part of the beach here. And man, it's just absolutely beautiful. The St. Mary's lies on the Florida-Georgia border. And it's absolutely gorgeous, man. It's got that tannic acid and it's a lot of runoff from the woods. So you get that really, really dark looking water, kind of a real orange auburn looking water. There's a shot of our shelter. Again, for me, this is the way I'm going to travel. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, the next time I go camping, I'm going to upgrade my tarp a little bit, go more to a canvas. And I think the next style we're going to do is maybe a 3-sided, but I love the tarp. That just, it fits me. I don't have to, and I know they're tents, I know there's all that, but man, in about 15 or 20 minutes, we had our entire camp set up and ready to rock. Now, this is kind of what I was talking about, demonstrating some of the equipment I took. This is my cold steel rifleman's hawk that I actually put a longer handle on. It's 1055 steel. It has a good hammer pole on it. Sharpens up pretty well. Now. One of the reasons I wanted to demonstrate some of this stuff, and one of the reasons I wanted to take some of this stuff, and part of this whole camping trip was using some of these blades in the woods and in an actual situation. Now, right here, I think we're just processing a little firewood, and I also took my proper chopper out there. Here's the deal. You go with what you know. Okay, I realize with the Chogan, with the Rifleman's Hawk, I need to put a lot more work in with my axe. Now, I also did some things out of position, and I say this honestly with my hand before the Lord. The more I'm moving around, at the past 2 or 3 weeks at work, I've just been sandblasting 9 hours a day, and you know what? My core strength's coming up. I'm feeling better. I'm getting in a little bit better shape. Last year, I don't know that I could have done this. Now, I'm not swinging for the downs or anything like that. I was just chopping up a bunch of firewood. The other thing we're going to do next time is probably take a Sawzall. That way we can just spend more time splitting it, doing whatever. The good thing about this trip, and I set this trip up, we set this trip up in talking to Ricky Ricardo. He's like, man, here's the way this works. The more the trips progress, the more elaborate we'll get, the more difficult we'll get. And that's fine with me. This was a perfect trip for me, a first outing, especially having Joseph. Everything was easy. We could take time with him. And man, we just had a good time. We really, really did. Now, one of the huge pluses of using this property is there's nobody around. There's nobody around for probably a mile or two. And I don't mean side to side. I mean back towards the hard road. And man, honestly, I needed this trip. I needed 24 hours away to disconnect. No messaging, no phone calls, no social media, no nothing. Just getting out and enjoying it. And I had a blast. Next time I told Megatron, she's got to go. Now, she is intrigued. So the next trip we might have GoPros, might have Megatron. It's going to be a big time. Now, right here, I do want to point out, with the Work Tough gear, you see I'm holding that limb, no problem. Now, again, the control of the proper chopper, it's got an awesome forward cant, and it came razor sharp. And you see right there, you can see the cut it made. It just blew right through it. The other thing I'll do, man, on our next trip now, we won't spend near as much time kind of showing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Perry, that's for you. But there's the proper chopper. Now, I wanted to come back, and you'll see right there, I'm carrying the BK2. And I got in a hurry, and I left my daggum preacher in the car. Now, I'm going to address that a little bit tomorrow. I also left the BK3 at home. And the video tomorrow, guys, I really, really, really would appreciate it. I know all y'all watch them, and I am so thankful for that. But there's a couple things that I want to talk to y'all about in regards to the channel and the direction we're taking, and that's going to be tomorrow. Right here again, we got the Rifleman's Hawk. I really, really like this thing for a little camp axe. Now, the Estwing is an awesome tool. Awesome, awesome camp axe. And I'll probably get one if you want the truth. But this thing right here, the Rifleman's Hawk, was light, it was fast. I put the bigger handle on it for the simple reason that head on a 19-inch or 22-inch handle, I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. But with this 30-inch handle, it just makes it light. It's not a medium axe by any stretch of the imagination. I'd say it's more of a light. It's a little bit bigger than a Hawk. I love it in this configuration. That's all I'm gonna say about it. It's easy to handle. It's easy to sharpen. It is that 1055 steel, carbon steel. I coated it up with eagle tears there. I'm just dicking around. So, okay, Scab, come on. Let's move on to the next one. So there was those things, and like I said, next video, I think with the GoPro, we'll get some better footage. There we go. There's the old BK2 and the Rifleman's Hawk. There's that, you get kind of, see the edge of the river right there? It's got that auburn tint to it. I don't know why, but I absolutely love that. And you see on the other side there's my guy Joseph just slaying it. Joseph whittled the whole time he was there. I mean, he really did. You see where his pole holder right there? There, I was telling him to show us the knife. That's the Ned Foss. But he whittled his two pole holders. I mean, we really had a good time. And he was a delight to have there, and he worked, and he did his share around the camp. There's his two pole holders right there. He whittled both of them, found them, whittled them, and got them ready. And that Ned Foss, it did the trick. And again, there's another shot. And if you'll notice there on the other side of the banks, that's Georgia, but you see all them palmettos, you see the bluffs. This place is just awesome, man. Just absolutely awesome. Now, there's Joseph. It was getting a little chilly, and we were burning up some pine cones and some tinder and some stuff like that. I think he got more outside the ring than he did in, but that's okay. My guy was putting in work. Now, we should have a little bit more. Yeah, I want to show y'all. Here's kind of another shot, the inside of the shelter. This thing worked out wonderfully. We had 3 cots in there. We had all our gear in there, and y'all seen all the gear old Scabba Louie took. Now, I'm going to show you the back side of it real quick. There's the opposite view of the camp. And you see that wall. Now, that wall is facing west. We had the opening facing north. And there's another shot of the St. Mary's, but I was going to explain the setup to you of the shelter. We had the north face open, south face open, and the wall to the west. Why? Because 90% of the fronts that come through Duval County come from the west. That night, we had some rain, and it came from the west, so we did well there. I would like to try to do, I think we're going to try camp out in maybe January or February when it's a little bit colder. Now here I was making some stanchions, some spears, and some punji sticks. Y'all know it ain't a Choir Boys Cutlery video without some spears or punji sticks. Now, firewood out there was plentiful. Richard and I were talking. Some of the positives, man, there's water if you need it. There's fish if we need it. Again, we took in our stuff because we drove in. But I am working towards, now this was the big thing. This was the perfect camp for me just to get away. I am working towards an overnight or a 2 or 3 day camp where, you know, we eat what we catch. Even though I don't like fish, I'm gonna suck it up. You eat what you catch and you make do. That we're working towards that. We're a ways from that, but we're working towards it. So that's kind of the deal there. I hope y'all enjoyed this series, man, and give me feedback. Again, this is a learning experience. I'm a novice at best. One of the big things I want to do, and I think I see from this video, just kind of watching, this is the first time I'm watching the footage as y'all are watching it. Definitely need to go to a different camera source. Well, guys, listen. We got one more video coming up. Check it out tomorrow for me. I got Mikey says it best. Everything's going to be all right. I'm scared. You're not. Let's go camping sometime. I'm gone, son.